Welcome to Ask the Pro. I'm Chris Dufay, and this is where I'm here to give you what's needed to create the online business, the money, and importantly, the freedom that you want. The Ask the Pro show has been upgraded, and it's also got a new home, which is turningproacademy.com. Now, if you go to turningproacademy.com, all the podcast episodes, video episodes, and in-depth articles are there waiting for you right now. Plus, if you go to turningproacademy.com/start here, then you can get access to the free coaching guides. So if you want to know how to double or triple your clients in just a few weeks, or if you want to know how to start and grow your online business, be sure to go to turningproacademy.com/start here to get access to it now. Welcome to Ask the Pro. I'm Chris Dufay, and this is where I'm going to give you what's needed so you can create the online business, the money, the freedom, and importantly, the life that you want. Now, this episode is pretty amazing. Yes, I am slightly biased, but I have unleashed this episode already to a group of coaches and they were raving about it. So I'm super happy to be giving this to you today as I bring on Miles Beckler, which I'm very happy to say is a friend and a very switched on dude that I met at a conference a while ago. And he's doing some brilliant work and really unveils some important take-home points that you need to soak in today. And what I love that we cover in this episode, it firstly really delves into the content challenge that he put himself under that you'll see has got amazing results, and that you'll also find out what I've jumped into as well and I'm already seeing amazing results from, and I dare you to do the same. We also go into funnel math, which is, I think, hugely important as when you can turn paid traffic on and you are getting free followers and then making money with front-end customers, you are going to make huge profits and have a well-oiled machine of a business. So this is what you're going to be able to take in from today's episode. And this episode is brought to you by my own nutrition and fitness company. Thank you to My Body Blends. Now, if you do want to get our superfood blend, which is our best tasting chocolate greens with the hyper specialized formula, be sure to head on over to mybodyblend.com. Also, at the moment, we're opening up because if you think you're good enough to come on board as an ambassador to get special rates and also to have your clients taking the products that you trust and you earn the rewards from, be sure to head on over to mybodyblend.com and to apply. Now, to really make sure you're getting the most of being here, and if you want to start or grow your online business, whether you want to build it face-to-face or whether you want to build online or both, especially if you want to create a business that's going to give you more freedom and impact, then click on over to Chris Dufay, that's chrisdufey.com/start here. This is where you're going to be able to take the quick fitness business quiz to find out exactly what coaching steps and exactly the actual coaching session that I'll give you access for free. So this is just lining up and going, okay, you're here, you want to go over there. These are going to be the best steps. And you're going to find that all over for free over at chrisdufay.com/start here. Now let's jump on over and start playing with and bring Miles on. Miles, thank you so much for coming onto this show. I am pumped to have you on because I've been thinking of you. I've had you on the editorial kind of wanting to reach out for quite some time now. And you actually dropped a video a little while ago and I was like, screw it, he's coming on. I have to get this man on to give you. So, mate, thank you so much for taking the time out for myself and the listeners.
Brilliant. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me, and I'm happy to share.
All right. Now, before we jump into everything, because I want the world to know this, why is Miles so phenomenal?
Because I meditate like 2 times a day.
Wow. How long for each time?
In the morning, first thing, it's between 10 and 30 minutes.
Yep.
And I meditate before I touch a device, nothing electronic really.
Yep.
And then in the afternoons, it's usually like 30 to 40 minutes.
Nice. What style?
So just in the mornings, it's literally sitting in silence. It's like the simplest thing. And yep, my thoughts run around, and it's not like elegant or beautiful. It's just me forcing myself to kind of show my mind who's in control.
Yep.
And then in the evening, we listen, or in the afternoon, it's usually when I kind of want like a second or third cup of coffee around 2 p.m.
Yep.
I put on like a guided audio meditation, and that's pretty much what we create. Well, so that's our product. So and we live what we sell and teach and do.
Have you read the book, The Power of When?
No, I haven't actually.
You can go onto the guy's website and you can do a quiz, and there's like, I think there's like 4. It's not personality types. It's like it's like how your body operates in time, in circadian rhythm. And so anyway, I'm a bear, which means I wake with the sun, go down with the sun. Anyway, it was so 100% spot on for me because I stopped trying to wake up so early. I was trying to wake at like 4:30 to crush the day. And anyway, that just doesn't work because I start waking up a little bit later. It's now about 5:40. I do the same. I'll wake up, I meditate between 10 to 20 minutes in the morning. And then he also said as a part of it, about 1 to 2 p.m. is when a bear should wind down, meditate, or have a sleep. And I've been doing that kind of like a little bit after lunchtime where I'll just plug in HoloSync for 10 to 20 minutes, maybe try and get some sun or maybe even just read and chill out. And it's worked wonders.
I'm very familiar with the dive. It is one of my go-tos. But yeah, like HoloSync, and I guarantee if I take that test, I'm going to be the exact same thing because I go to bed. Usually I'm in bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock here. And then I'm up about with the sunrise. Maybe, like if I wake up after 7 in the morning, it's pretty late, no alarms. And that's where like, it's all about just finding that rhythm that works at a DNA level. And then that's where like the awesomeness comes from because we're not trying to force anything. Yes. We're literally like just kind of like aligning with that rhythm.
Yes.
And it can be very different for everyone. So it's like that know thyself thing. Gary Vee's all about it as well. It's you really got to take that introspection to know how to, what battles do we face? When do we rest? It's a lot to it.
I love it. I love how this is going in a completely different direction than what I actually wrote down here. What we're going to cover, but this is still really, really good stuff. At the end of the day, this is actually the powerful stuff behind us being able to use the strategies and tactics. Okay, Miles. Even before, we've got a glimpse into your awesomeness already. What is it that you do so the listener knows really where awesomeness is stemming from?
Cool. And I'm going to make this as short as possible because when I listen to podcasts, I'm always like, oh my God, stop talking about yourself. Let's get to it. So my wife and I are co-founders of a website. We are in the kind of overlap of the meditation niche and the angel niche. My wife and I create and distribute guided angel meditations. Mm-hmm. So +1 for going super deep in your niche and really niching yourself out. We've been doing it for about 8 years. We get 650,000 visits organically a month. Our email list is sitting at 90-something thousand.
Sweet.
I'm really into the funnels and pay-per-click side of things. Right now, I've got a funnel and some ad campaigns that are bringing in about 1,000 new subscribers a day, and I'm doing so profitably on the front end. And then we've got membership sites and books and apps and CDs and over 100 digital products that we've created and that we sell.
I love it. I think what I really like about this and what I really love being about getting on is, one, like when we met, you're just an awesome guy. The both of you are. You're just really good people, and I always love bringing them out. 2, you're crushing it on the business end. So what I would love to jump into today is, 1, let's talk about the content challenge that you put yourself under, because I think this is really valuable for so many people to be able to take on themselves. And then 2, let's totally geek out on the funnels because that's going to be an absolute whirlwind.
Yeah, and they work together, right? Because with a great funnel, you need great traffic. And you have to have both sides, and they're very different. And so my wife and I have built this platform over the course of like 8 years, and people are like, well, I want to do what you do. It's like, oh, okay, just start publishing. That's all we did. And they look at our results and they're like, but you're so far along, but I could never get there, right? And it's like, okay, so I've always been behind the scenes, and I went to Kyle Cease's Evolve Out Loud, and he gave us a 90-day challenge. He was like, challenge yourself to do something that's been a block for you for 90 days. You have something special inside of you that needs to get out. Just start the process. Just it's like running a garden hose that's been sitting on the side of the house for a month or two. Like the first water that comes out is all brown and nasty, but if you keep the water running, the water gets clearer and clearer. So I was like, it's time for me to get out from behind the scenes, and I decided to do a 90-day video challenge, which was one video a day, every single day for 90 days. The first ones were absolutely horrible. My face is all it's just like, it's not flattering at all. My voice, the shadows, like I didn't have it down. But what happened was I condensed that learning curve down so much that by about mid-month 2, I was putting out some really good content, and I was growing subscribers, growing my reach. I ended up doing an extra month, right? We talk about over-delivering for others.
Yep.
And sometimes we have to over-deliver for ourselves. So I did an extra 30 days, and the results have been astounding for me personally, kind of getting my voice out and learning what is my voice and getting comfortable becoming a content creator, because that's the game right now. But also, the platform I built is amazing. I'm getting something like 800 new views per day.
Yep.
120, 150 subscribers every day to the channel. And at this point, I've backed off to maybe like one video a week.
Right.
But I had so much momentum from that 90-day every day that I triggered something in YouTube's algorithm.
Yes.
And YouTube is like just displaying my videos in the what's coming up next or other videos you might like. And I hit the first page of Google for a few keyword phrases, and like one video's got something like 4,000 views. I think I've had 35,000 views total.
What I also loved is it's very consistent, the view rate. It's not like, hey, I've got like a couple of really killer videos that bring in heaps of traffic. It's like, no, actually all of them are doing great.
Yeah, it's spread out. It built a very strong foundation. And if you think about it, and I always think about this with traffic, what's YouTube's goal? Right? Or if you're doing Facebook pay-per-click advertising, what's Facebook's goal? We have to align our activities to be in alignment with the goal of the platform. So Facebook wants to see content creators who are putting out content that gets likes and comments and engagement. They want to see social shares, and they want to see consistency of publishing. Because if you publish every day, your audience is going to come back every day. They get to show more ads. They make money. So it's kind of playing that game, and I don't know, it seemed like it was somewhere around that 90-day mark of a video day every single day that the momentum just kept compounding. And at this point, I like, it boggles my mind. And it's funny, I get people literally, so now I'm positioned as an expert. I get people saying, where can I buy your product, which I don't have, a marketing product. I have people asking me, where can I sign up for your list, which I don't have. I'm the cobbler with holes in his shoes, but we have a real business. I'm not doing this to build a platform. I was doing it to prove a point and to push myself. Awesome. But anyone who needs to build an audience, man, like, and the cool part is it's my webcam on my $1,000 laptop. It's my cell phone that I have in my pocket. I didn't go buy gear. It's just what I had.
Yeah, that was one thing I wanted to actually cover off, because the tech stuff is so easy these days. Like, it is amazingly simple. Like, even recording this podcast episode right now, it's literally Skype connected with one super cheap piece of software that I use, and then like I send it off and everything's edited and done from the audio editor and my assistant, and I don't touch it after this. Like, we just chat, and then it amazingly appears on the website and YouTube and Facebook and iTunes and the lot. Okay, this is so good. I'm pumped to this. You brought some really couple of key points up. One was learning your voice. And I just want to reiterate this because I'm writing my next book at the moment, and I'm learning so much about my views on, and like this book is on weight loss and how to do it right. I'm learning so much on diet and training and the whole holistic view of everything and how it comes together from me writing it. Like, everything's changed for me. And I think that's awesome how you said how you learned your voice as you were producing the content, because you were fine tuning that. And now you're really able to talk with the message that you want.
Well, and so you mentioned we're going to talk about this video and the funnel, but like I have this video that came out about funnel math, and my next video is coming out about scaling your Facebook ads. And it's forcing me to look at what I'm doing as I'm doing it a little bit differently. I'm more organized. I'm thinking, okay, I not only need to accomplish the goal that I'm going to do, which is crush it with these ads, but I need to do so in a way that I can explain how I'm doing for my audience, because I gotta share this too, and I'm more organized. It's a new perspective on everything, and it's really powerful.
Do you think it's also it's the angle that you're now coming from, is in you're learning to apply, but also learning to teach?
Learn, do, teach is what. Yeah. So Melanie and I, when we first got started, it was like, a blog post a day. We've done blogging challenges. So my wife has done the same thing with WordPress because she's a writer. And so she wrote a post a day every day for like 90 days. And we got all kinds of organic traffic. And it's like the process, because you hit a point where you're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to put out content on today? And then it's forcing us to go into personal development. We have to learn and stretch ourselves. We have to test new things ourselves. Yes. And that really is, so it's this really cool cycle. Yeah. And the big byproduct is you're publishing content. And is this day and age, that's like, if there's a trick, that's the trick, is just start publishing and keep publishing and don't stop, and trust that you'll get better and keep going and be of service to a group of people.
I love that you said that, because that was a big underlying message I wanted to bring across for today. But also when people say, well, like, I don't want to put all my best stuff out. And it was actually really interesting because there's one company I do marketing strategy for, and one of the guys I needed, he had to produce content for the company. And he was like, well, I don't want to give my best stuff out. I'm like, no, you've got to give your best stuff out. Like, you've got to give that value, because it's also then going to make you become better. So you've got better things to continue to give.
You raise the bar on yourself, and you're doing the whole Jay Abraham strategy of preeminence. Yeah. So my wife and I, for our platform, we have 85 free products. Essentially, you could literally listen to our stuff for free forever. Yeah. But yet we have tens of thousands of customers because we keep putting out more cooler, more awesome, deeper, more niche specific stuff. So they go through all our free stuff, and then they're just lining up to buy our paid stuff because they know how good it is.
Okay, so let's try and make this really actionable, because I'm going to jump into the mix. Let's call it a 120-day challenge, because I really loved how you also said, like, it really started to peak. And I'd be really interested, what was the results between, say, days 90 and 120? Did you continue to see an acceleration?
Yes.
Okay.
And I still am at this point. And it was literally like 300% month over month increase every month.
Wow.
So, the first week you're like, wow, my mom saw that video. I got 4 likes. It's my mom, my dad, my wife, and me, but that compounding of a penny idea, right? If it compounds every day and doubles every day for 30 days, it turns out to be some ridiculous number that I don't know off the top of my head. But it's the compounding is where the power is. And so at this point, I'm getting 100,000 minutes viewed every month. But in months 1 through 3, I did not even get 40,000 minutes viewed.
Okay, this is great. If you were to reverse engineer, look back into your did, and kind of create a structure into the application of a challenge of some sorts, what would you break down the points? We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a split with so much more for you. Now, I know you're listening and tuning in because you know how important your health is and how this can also catapult your business. This is why I'm very happy to say that this podcast is sponsored by My Body Blends and my favorite, the superfood elixir, the powerful greens drink. Now, this is designed specially to boost energy, aids detoxification, enhances the ability to burn fat, supports healthy carbohydrate metabolism, and best of all, is voted best tasting greens drink. Now, myself and the My Body Blends team are looking for ambassadors to join, so you and your clients get the health benefits plus adding in a strong income stream
for you and your business. The Ambassador program, which is by application only, means you get exclusive access to sell My Body Blends products like Superfood Elixir to your clients, plus giving you the special ambassador pricing and bonuses. So once you become an ambassador, you can join the other top health and fitness players that are adding thousands to their week's income. Now, there is only a limited number of ambassadors we are taking on board, as this is a tribe leading the way together. So to apply and to join, go to mybodyblend.com/ambassador, or add the checkout code that is Turning Pro, all one word, when you're going to get your own Superfood Elixir to order. Plus, you're going to get free shipping and a bonus to save yourself over $250 instantly. So just use that coupon code Turning Pro in the checkout and you can save over $250 right now, all on mybodyblends.com.
So the first thing would be like, know thyself. If you're a writer, if writing is easy for you, don't do a video challenge. Go to WordPress and blog every day. If your grammar's like mine and writing for me is a big challenge, that's why I went with the videos, because I'm more comfortable there. That's the first thing. The second thing that's really important is get comfortable using at least Google's keyword tool. Right? Like there's other keyword tools. I use Keyword Finder, which is like $25 a month, but you can get 3 searches a day for free. And what the keywords do is it allows you to look in to find out what problems people are having. What are they searching for? What how-tos? What do you know that people are searching for? And then go make videos or blog content that answers their biggest questions.
Love this.
Because if you're creating your content in the way that it's a solution for someone, it has a higher likelihood of being found.
Exactly, because they're literally searching for what you've got.
Right.
Okay, excellent. Next point.
Do that again and again and again and again and again. And literally, like, quiet the mind. This is where the meditation comes in, is that whole, like, day 19 of, like, man, I'm not seeing any results. Is this really working? I don't know. That guy, like, you just start to doubt it and it creeps in, and being able to just push through at all costs to get it done. I mean, I flew at least during this 120-day period. Like, if anybody thinks, well, I'm too busy for that, I had a 40-hour travel session between 3 countries on this session. Like, I had some incredibly terrible travel situations, and I was ready for it. I had videos on my phone. I recorded one in the airport. I recorded one because I had to get that up. Literally recorded it and published it minutes before I hopped on a plane, because it was a commitment. And so when I committed to me and a friend. We made a deal, and it was like, I'm going to do my 90-day challenge. You do your 90-day challenge. If I mess up, you can donate $1,000 of my money to any charity you want. And he was like, oh yeah, that's going to go to Trump. And I was like, oh hell no. Like, I'm on this. Like, you've now set the bar to where I will not let this go, because there was $1,000 that I was going to lose. And I don't like losing $1,000 bills.
Cool. Okay. And it's funny because it obviously goes back to the psychology of there's more power behind loss than actual gain.
Yep, the stick gets us moving more than the carrot does.
So, true. Okay, brilliant. Is there anything else you want to lay down? If we were to say, all right, you know what? Day tomorrow is day 0. We're starting a 120-day challenge. I'm going to do it. I'm literally saying today, of day of recording, is the 19th of January. From the 20th of January, I'm doing 120 days straight.
That's huge.
And
your hat is over the fence at this point.
And I'm not going to cut that out. That's staying in.
Yep, your hat's over the fence. And that's, once you throw your hat over the fence, you have to go climb that fence and get over it.
Yeah.
And everything gets easier the more you do it. It's flexing a muscle. I mean, man, it's working out, right? Like, it's not going – no one goes to the gym once and boom, all right, cool, I'm done. Like, content marketing is the same thing, whether it's written or video. It's not 30 apples on the last day of the month. It's an apple a day.
I like that.
And good. It's that rhythm that we have to get into, and really just keep doing it. And it gets easier. You find your voice. You find new things you get to write about whatever you love, or video about whatever you love. And I would definitely say, like, build a list off of it. Come up with a giveaway if you don't have one already. I don't want to build a list in the make money online or the how to internet marketing niche.
Yep.
I love our audience. I love what we do. We have a great business, and there's so much depth there for me that I'm happy staying there. This is like philanthropy. I don't even know. It's like something I have to do. So I'm just going to give it for free.
But
and that was my style. But like,
kind of what you said before was you actually doing this, you're honing your craft even better for that business anyway.
Yeah. And I guess one other idea is, Gary Vaynerchuk dropped this idea on me was it's not always content creation. Sometimes it's just documenting.
Yes.
And that's really what I'm doing at this point is I'm documenting how I'm building my campaigns, how I'm building my funnels, how I measure the efficiency and all this stuff. And it started out really basic. I started with the basics, and now I'm getting into some more complex stuff. And people seem to like it. It's fun, and it keeps me going. And the conversations that are happening in the comments, it's really cool to feel like I'm helping people.
No, I think that's great. I love I remember when Gary Vee came out with that had a huge impact on me, and I forward that to so many people. And I was like, especially when people don't want to be like, well, I don't want to be all like guru and preaching. I'm like, good, you shouldn't be. And that's why the kind of document versus create can be so powerful when looking at it.
Right.
Okay, excellent. Okay, this is absolutely unreal. I want to jump into the sales funnel math because This is just rocking right now. You've got some more time up your sleeve, Miles?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm
okay.
here.
Now, when you kind of break down this funnel, I've literally screenshotted the part of the video I'm looking at right now. So the funnel that was opt-in to OTO to checkout to OTO upsell to delivery, correct?
Yep.
Okay, brilliant. Do you want to kind of just give a nutshell of what this funnel looked like and the why or strategy behind the creation of it?
Totally. So I think the best place to start is that this is at least version 2.0 of the funnel.
Yeah.
The first one I ran, and I ran it for years and years, didn't have the last one-click upsell.
Right. Yes. Okay. I remember talking about this a while ago. So yeah, it's great seeing progression.
Right. So I started with opt-in, and the moment they opt in, they get redirected to a sales letter. And the top pre-headline above says, your request has been received. We're going to give you that free thing we promised you on the opt-in page. But real quick, check out this video to learn the secret to blank. And then the video teaches them a secret that takes the next step from the free thing that they just got. And at the end of that video where you're teaching them why they need it, you offer them how to do it for a very discounted price.
Yeah.
So what we have in there right now is a $97 course retail price. We're offering it to them for $27. If they purchase, and before that was the end of it, right? Check out, you get your thing, everybody's happy. But now they check out and that transaction remains open and they see another video. And this video says, great, this is going to be delivered to you. If you have any problems accessing it, contact us at support at our email address. And just so you know, this will get you so far. But if you want it faster or easier, that next level of the upsell, you can get my additional product, which is normally $77 for another $27. Just click the yes button below. If you don't want it, no worries. Click the no thank you link below, and that's it. Man, when I first started, I was scared to even make one offer after the opt-in. I was so nervous that I would offend people, this, that, the other. Now I'm like, man, if they're not okay with seeing an offer quickly, you can unsubscribe. That's okay. I won't pay to have you on my list if you can't handle occasionally seeing a paid offer, because this is a business, right? Like we deserve, and there's abundance in this world, and we're just trying to sort through people to find buyers. And what this does is it helps you go from paying for a click to recouping the cost of that click within a matter of minutes.
Yes. I'll just quickly jump in because this is pure genius. And just for the listener, what is great about the strategy behind this, about what's going on with Miles, is we're just talking front end. We're not even talking back end right now. So the goal of this is, how do we actually get paid or at least break even have a subscriber on our list and to have a customer come on board, then knowing the back end of the business is where we can deliver the big profits.
That's a brilliant point. And I think Russell Brunson says that the rookies focus on the front end of the funnel and the pros focus on the back end of the funnel. And that's such the truth. So right now with my numbers, I'm getting 98 opt-ins and I'm getting 2 customers, and I'm actually making about like $6 or $7 every time that happens. So I'm getting paid, and that's just my numbers will get worse. It's because it's new, but eventually it'll be break even, and I'll run it as long as I can. Because if you're getting, I'm getting 1,000 subscribers and 20 new customers every single day, and I'm somewhere around net even. Like once you hit that point, that's the promised land, because we have a membership, we have a $495 product, we have two $297 products that we offer them after we build the relationship, right? Because after they go through this, we just go into the follow-up sequence and the nurturing process and the emails and give more value and then offer more items at certain points.
And what is so great about this is you've obviously got so much of the back end. You've been a master at creating all these products. You've got so much value to give. Then after that front end customer comes in, you can easily segment them into the right sequencing that's going to fit them.
And if they are a hyperactive buyer, I can segment them and offer them higher priced things, or offer them my membership earlier than if they haven't bought yet. They might need more nurturing and more education, and I can adjust the follow-up sequence based on the actions they're taking. Exactly. And that's gangster stuff. And I'm still just wrapping my head around that level. And my membership funnel, right? So I've got that membership funnel that's the $1 trial to the 1 week with the OTO. So I'm stacking that funnel under this one. So that's actually where I make my money. That's where I make my lifestyle money and the ability to pay for life. It's not from this funnel. It's from the membership. And that's how we're creating our cash flow that we live on.
So if we kind of break that down, top of everything is this funnel that we're just walking through right now, making sure that we're actually getting paid to bring a customer on board and subscribers. And then
correct.
Are you saying the membership funnel can then work straight after this?
There's a couple of days in between.
Yes.
I let them consume what they just got. I don't want to keep the fire hose turned on too steady.
Yep.
And that's all testing, and it all depends on your product, and every market's a little bit different. Our market happens to be ladies in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. So we warm them up. But the next quote unquote big move, I guess, or the next big goal for me is to get them onto my $1 trial on the membership program, because that's where the lifetime value of the customer can go up nearly $1,000 roughly.
So kind of trying to look at the psychology behind this, do you think it's better to bring them on with this, say, very initial $27, then possibly another $27, as in having this kind of one-off product at a lower end to bring them in, and then because you've delivered value, you've built a better relationship with them, then a membership offer is a better suit?
For us, that proved to be true. I've seen it the exact opposite in other markets. Mm-hmm. And that's where testing comes down to it. And you never actually know. Another thing that to keep in mind, we've been doing this for years and years. So I had this $97 and this $77 product sitting there gathering digital dust, if you will, right? So it was like Melanie just cut 2 sales videos, literally just talking head, very mild script, nothing really scripted, just very kind of authentic. And we just put this together, and it beat the pants off of the last offer we had. Awesome. And so that's kind of that's what our job is, really, is let's test this. Let's try that. Well, what about that? How about this? And
no, it's a really good point, because I would say it would be the same for myself, as in the product offer at the beginning will work better to bring them into a membership offer. But obviously, again, I've seen where other people going straight up for the membership just works like gangbusters, and you don't know unless you do it.
Right. And you got to give people an experience with your teaching, with your content. Once they have that experience, everything kind of shifts. And then when they've become a customer, it doesn't matter if they paid $1, $5, $7. Once they've become a customer, the likelihood of them buying again goes up massively compared to if they've never purchased. So it's really valuable to test easy items to purchase. Before this, I was running just a $17. It was like, get our 3 best-selling meditations ever. They're normally $67. Get them for $17. I ran that offer for four years, since 2013. 3.5 years. I ran that exact offer literally for 3.5 years at a break-even pace on Facebook. Recently, my numbers started to get to where I was losing money on that, and that's why I added on a higher price item with an upsell, because now I can spend up to $54 to bring in a new customer and be break even, whereas before I could only spend $17 to bring in a new customer.
Fantastic. This is so good. I'm going to link to that initial video, and when you launch that second video, Miles, I'll be more than happy to put that in there as well. I think that will be really, really valuable.
Thanks, man.
I'll definitely going to link to that stuff because I'll break it on down just for, say, more of a fitness health niche person right now can then start to understand how this works. But this is brilliant. This is totally good. And we are massively over time. I'm so appreciative that you've been so generous with your information and your time here, Miles. This has been awesome. I think we're going to have to get you back on because I feel like we've only just scratched the surface right now with what's going on.
Absolutely. I'm happy to do so. And one thing, like for your niche, there's so many people in the fitness space. There's local people. There's this, there's that. When you get this dialed in, you're able to really connect with your best people, and then you help your best people ascend. And it's so magical when this works, and it's challenging to figure out, but boy, it's worth it. And I know, I mean, if I can do it, anyone can do this. It just takes persistence and a level head. That's where the meditation comes in.
It's so good. We circle back around to the beginning. That's what's even better. Okay, Miles, thank you so much. Now, for people to obviously start getting into everything that you've got, where is the best place for them to go right now?
Just youtube.com/Miles B is the channel. That's MILES. B as in boy, Miles B, or milesbeckler.com. I'm pretty much the only Miles Beckler out there. So if you search Miles Beckler, I'm the one that shows up.
Excellent. I love that. All right, beautiful. Thank you so much, my man. I'm going to make sure we link over to everything, including those videos and YouTube channel as well. Mate, I'm really looking forward to more.
Thank you very much for your time, Chris. I look forward to it, and it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for being here. And if you've liked this episode, please share it out and make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss out. Now, to really get the most out of you being here, go to turningproacademy.com/start here. There you can get access to the free coaching guide. So if you want to know how to double or triple your clients in just a few weeks, or if you want to start and grow your online business, be sure to head on over to turningproacademy.com/start here to get free access to it now. And as always, I'm so thankful for you being here, and I'm really looking forward to you joining next week in the new episode.